Alright guys, it is your boy Dalyxman bringing you another Q&A video. Not on Wednesday, but on Thursday. But every Q&A, I answer your questions in under 15 minutes. You want to give me a question? Like me on Facebook, and when I ask for questions, give them to me. Simple as that. Let's get started with the first question. Do you think a 24/7 money in the bank for a year could be a good idea? Like, you mean like a hardcore 24/7 kind of money in the bank thing for a year? Like, he could cash it in at any time, not just during the show, but at any point. Like, he could be in the bathroom and, hey, cash in, pin him 1, 2, 3. Or on the street, pin him 1, 2, 3. Or maybe he's sleeping, goes to his hotel room, pin him 1, 2, 3. That would be interesting. It would get old very fast, though. If they want to do it, I would suggest doing it for 1 year only, just to see how it works. But, I mean, I'm not against it. I just don't think it's a long-lasting kind of thing to do. You don't want to do that every single year. But trying it once wouldn't hurt. Just follow the concept of the Hardcore Championship 24-hour rule. And I think that would work just fine. WrestleMania 32 concept. Okay. Seth Rollins drops the championship to Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. Good so far. 2016 Royal Rumble winner is a draw. Okay. Between Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn. The next night on Raw, Seth Rollins challenges Kevin Owens to a rematch, which Owens declines because that's what he would do, and puts Seth Rollins on the shelf indefinitely. Which turns him babyface. Cool. Bryan and Sami Zayn have a 30-minute Iron Man match to decide the official winner at Fastlane, which ends in a draw. And then we do a Rollins versus Owens versus Bryan versus Sami Zayn Fatal 4-Way World Championship shot at WrestleMania 32. If the WWE would give you the book on that, and you did it exactly like that, I would happily pay all of my money to go see it. That is an excellent match. I don't care if you want to say, well, internet smarks would do that. You know what? Cool. Sometimes internet smarks can make some of the best matches than these unbiased, social inept kind of people would make. You know what I'm saying? It's just, wrestling is supposed to be fun. And that's it. You know, stop being so corporate. Stop trying to put regulations on it. Stop trying to make people follow rules. It's supposed to be like this because that's how it works. No, it's all about having fun. You know, and this is fun. This is a good idea. Thanks for that, man. Would love to see that match. Next up is a question about the Bella Twins. Yay! I have 2 in a row here. Let's get this one out the way. Do you think Brie could cost Nikki the title and have WWE pass it off as the plan all along? Knowing the WWE, they would do that. They would play some stupid storyline where Brie helped Nikki pass the record so she could take the championship off of her when she's vulnerable. I don't know. It wouldn't make any sense, but that's something they would do. I don't know, man, but yeah, I can see it being possible. How do I feel about Nikki Bella being the longest reigning Divas champion of all time? I didn't really care if she broke it or not. Let's be real. The Divas championship means nothing. It has always meant nothing. That Divas title represents everything wrong with women's wrestling in WWE. It came in during a time when they were pretty faces, didn't really have any storylines or characters. They were mannequins, plastic mannequins that just went out there and had 1 to 2 minute non-matches. I mean, they were technically matches, but I don't know what the heck they were. Didn't really have any storylines, didn't really create any great moments. It didn't. So now, because of this whole Divas revolution, now it's supposed to mean something. And I'm sorry, it doesn't matter who is holding that belt. I don't think I could see them as a legit champion until, I don't know, man, until they bring back the Women's Championship, because that's the only belt with prestige. But to those who value the Divas Championship, first off, I ask why. But if you do, go ahead. If you think Nikki, is a worthy holder for that championship, which honestly, what doesn't make a good holder for that championship? Congratulations. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I just don't think the Divas Championship means anything. People are wondering, so why were you getting so angry with the stuff they were doing on Raw, and why have you been angry with Divas fighting Nikki in her championship reign all those times before? My anger comes from the booking. It's always been about the booking. It's always been about how they present her. It's always been about, okay, if she's a heel champion, what's her story? I think Good Mike Work talked about, Nikki being kind of like the honky-tonk man. She's this girl who really can't wrestle, who is clearly inferior to the NXT female wrestlers. And the story is she has to cheat and slither her way out of every single championship match. Which, if it was the case, okay. The problem is, Nikki, first off, hasn't defended that belt enough for there to be a storyline. And when she does, it's against the same people who she's defeated clean. Clean. So, no cheating, no underhanded tactics to make me think she's a heel. And she flip-flops from face to heel a lot more times than I think Big Show and Kane does. It all depends on who she's facing, and it's really annoying. So, that to me is what hurt her reign more than anything else, is the booking. Now, they're trying to say she's the front runner of the Divas Revolution, when we all know it's the NXT Divas. It's the NXT Divas that got us invested into female wrestling in WWE. They've done the hard work. They're giving us the matches that are not just good female matches, but good matches, period. Not Nikki. And I think it's bullshit that they're trying to tell us that Nikki is the front runner. So, everything about her booking is what's pissing me off. The idea of her being the Divas champion, I could care less about. I don't care whoever the Divas champion is. Okay? Now, if she was the women's champion, okay, then we have an issue. Then I'd be like, oh no, get that fucking belt off of her. But it's the Divas championship. I just don't care. I don't know. If anything else, if I would want the belt off of her, it would be in hopes that when she drops the belt, they would stop trying to tell us that she's one of the best female wrestlers out there. Because that's what's really getting me. It's this whole idea that they're trying to force us to like Nikki and to put her in the same category with Trish Stratus and Lita. And I'm just like, no, she's not. She's not in the same category as Trish Stratus and Lita. She isn't. Let's not go there. Okay? Let's get to other questions, please. Let's just get to more questions, because I'm just done with that. Do you like The Miz in 2010, 2011 as a main eventer? Yeah, I did. I did, because he wasn't booked as someone that was a legit wrestler. He wasn't booked as someone that could beat everybody. No, he was booked as what he should be believably booked as. When he fights someone like a John Cena or a Triple H or someone big, he has to cheat. He has to use underhanded tactics to beat them, unless he finds someone in the mid-cards or like a Jerry Lawler. Then he can beat them clean. And he was a good talker. He drew heat as a heel champion. So I liked him in the role of a heel world champion. Matches, not so much. But in the role, I thought he was fine. Favorite Final Fantasy game? Favorite Final Fantasy game? Ooh, that's a good one. Jeez. I want to say Desenia on PSP. I don't know though. I liked Final Fantasy X. I like 7. I like. Is Kingdom Hearts considered a Final Fantasy game because it has Final Fantasy characters? Most likely. No, you're talking about actual Final Fantasy. I don't know, man. For the sake of the question, I'm gonna say Descenia. I like having all Final Fantasy characters and villains all in one place. So there you go. Undertaker versus Sting or Undertaker versus Cena at WrestleMania? Taker versus Sting. We've already seen Taker versus Cena. We will never again see Sting versus Taker unless they do it at WrestleMania 32. First time ever, last time ever. It needs to happen. Do you prefer a heel Ziggler or a face Ziggler? I'm fine with either, but to pick one, I would guess a heel Ziggler. I don't know, he just feels more natural as a heel. He's a lot more organic, being the cocky, self-centered kind of performer. So honestly, maybe he should go back to being a heel. But I like Ziggler as a face too. I'm not going to say he's a bad babyface. He's just more suitable as a heel. What were your initial thoughts about Sasha Banks Bayley rematch at TakeOver? You mean the Iron Woman match? I think it's a great idea. That's another thing about NXT that the main roster doesn't do. NXT, when they do rematches, they always up the ante. We get the rematch, but in a different manner, to where it's a different match despite having the same opponents. WWE would just give us the same match with the same people 7 times before they do something different. NXT never gives us the same match. Well, they'll never give us the same match in a row. The second match will always be something different than the previous match, which is something I appreciate from NXT. Who is your favorite champion of all time? Well, that's a very vague question. Favorite champion? Oh, I'm going to be here all day, so I'm just going to say Stone Cold Steve Austin. Loved him as champion, so there you go. Do you think Naomi will get a title from Charlotte? A title shot from Charlotte? I'm going to go with that. Sure. I think that could be a... Actually, I think that could be a really good feud. I would like to see that. Sure, why not? Do you think a feud between Orton and Stardust to help Cody come back would work? So, pretty much to have Stardust transfer back to Cody Rhodes because Randy Orton got involved. Sure. I think those two could actually have a good feud, especially because of the history. Do you remember Mason Ryan? Why, yes, I do remember Batista 2.0. He was funny. I liked him. But I always knew he wouldn't last. That's just another big guy the WWE got a hard on for and just fell off the earth. So there you go. What should WWE do with Curtis Axel? I don't even know anymore. That is a good question. What do you guys think? Turn him face? Give him a different gimmick? He already is a face. Forgot about that. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Final question. How do you feel about Damien Sandow going back to the intellectual savior of the masses? He never should have dropped the gimmick. He never should have dropped it. He was awesome as the intellectual savior of the masses. I don't get why they went away from it. Because he lost to Cena? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm happy that if he is going back to it, if he is, I'm happy he's going back to it. Because that's him. That gimmick was the best gimmick he's had. And if he brings it back, he's going to be over. Especially if he's a babyface. So, if they are bringing him back, I look forward to seeing it. I will happily get behind it. And I hope he becomes successful because of it. And that is going to do it for this edition of Dalyxman's Q&A. I'll see you guys next week and in my next video. Your boy, Dalyxman, signing off. Peace.